In recent times, the sales growth of the SUV has encouraged automotive companies to create all types of SUV to cover different segments of the automotive market. One of the markets that the SUV tries to conquer is the MPV market, where we see the arrival of 7-seater SUV. This is because most vehicle buyers consider SUV to be nicer to drive and more versatile than an MPV. In order to combat the previous argument, Kia Malaysia recently launched the all-new Kia Carnival in Malaysia. With that, welcome back to Carsick.my for another review video. The all-new Carnival may be sold as an MPV, but Kia has managed to combine the appeal of an SUV in terms of design and drivability with the practicality of an MPV. Let's take a closer look and see if the Carnival has the ability to win back some sales from the 7-seater SUV market. With a length of 5 meter and a width of almost 2 meter, the Carnival is a huge vehicle that will definitely stand out in traffic. From the front, the new Carnival comes with a long hood, which makes it look like a SUV. As for headlights, the Carnival comes with full LED headlights that blends in with the front grille. In Malaysia, we may get the signature LED daytime running lights at the front, but we are missing the futuristic looking LED tail lights at the rear. We only get halogen type tail lights, which is somewhat disappointing. Moving to the side, Kia has given the Carnival a unique textured aluminium piece on both C-pillars. This is to give the Carnival certain levels of characteristic at the side of the MPV. Since the Carnival comes with powered sliding rear doors and tailgate, Kia has programmed the key to open or close all 3 doors at one go by pressing and holding the lock and unlock button on the key fob. Additionally, the tailgate has a proximity sensor to detect the car key when it's under it. Once the key moves away from the tailgate, it will automatically close down. In order to brighten up the interior, Kia Malaysia has opted for a two-tone interior rather than a pure black interior. The main colours for the interior are black and saddle brown, which makes the interior looks classy without looking too dull. As you can see here, we have a large 12.3-inch infotainment screen that it comes with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. One thing that I really like about this whole thing is we get very clear 360 camera. Camera quality is HD. You can see if we go to the front. This really helps you to park the vehicle in difficult situation. Apart from the touchscreen, Kia has given the Carnival capacitive touch buttons to help navigate the infotainment screen. Around the cabin, it may seem like the Carnival comes with quite a number of speakers. In actual fact, we only get 6 speakers in Malaysia, which means there is plenty of room for owners to add on more speakers if they wish to. The Carnival may only have 6 speakers, but there are up to 7 USB charging slots around the cabin to let most occupants juice up their devices on the go. For the instrument cluster, we have an analog instrument cluster. As you can see, we have a tachometer and a speedometer. Then in the center here, we have a digital screen that you can see the different mileage, figure, and the setting. That's all you get. From here, we can see this panel, the whole thing was designed for a digital screen, but in Malaysia, we only get the analog screen. There's nothing wrong with the analog screen, but I would think the digital screen will look much better here. In order to cool down such a large vehicle, the Carnival comes with a triple zone climate control system. Rear occupants also get their own climate control and aircon vents mounted on the roof, which helps the cold air flow to the rear more effectively. Below the climate controls at the front, the Carnival also gets a fancy looking rotary gear shifter. I personally like this gear shifter over the button one found on its sister brand. Around the gear shifter, there are plenty of empty buttons that I hope will be filled up when the local assembled variant arrives. In the sitting position, you sit quite tall, you get to see the view out. You do get a glass here to see your blind spot, and you get a very huge rear view mirror so you can see the back easily. I would say the sitting position is spot on, and the seats are comfortable and ergonomic. For the front passenger seats, we have Boss control so that rear passengers can control this seat. Starting from the second row seats, I noticed that the second row seats are the most comfortable place to be, especially since it has the best amount of legroom and headroom in the vehicle. As I move rearwards, the legroom space shrinks accordingly, until the point where it's not really that comfortable to spend long hours in the fourth row seats. Another uncomfortable point about the fourth row seats is that adults may have to sit in a squatting posture in order to fit in it. To allow passengers to move to the rear, both second and third row seats are equipped with foldable center chairs to create a walkway for occupants to move to the rear. The Carnival may be marketed as an 11-seater MPV. I think most Malaysian families would prefer to use it as an 8-seater MPV with a large luggage compartment. This is because once the fourth row seats has been stowed away, it creates an empty space for all 8 occupants to fit their luggage in the boot, and all the rear occupants get a comfortable amount of legroom in both second and third row seats. Looking at the engine specification, it may look like the 2.2-litre turbo diesel engine is a carried forward engine from the previous generation Carnival. But in actual fact, the 2.2-litre turbo diesel engine has been updated with smart stream technology to improve throttle response and fuel economy. However, the 8-speed automatic transmission is carried over from the previous generation Kia Carnival. Here are the figures for the powertrain. On the move, the diesel clatter from the engine is barely audible when sitting inside the MPV, unless the engine is being revved past the 3000 RPM mark. Even so, it is far from sounding like a commercial vehicle. From standstill, the MPV feels like it required some time to react to throttle input due to the size of it. Once on the go, the Carnival felt immediate, which makes even overtaking on uphill an easy task. This is thanks to the strong low-end torque that the Smart Stream diesel engine has, and it achieves all this while still being a frugal engine. With the 8-speed automatic transmission, the transmission helps the engine to constantly operate within its peak torque band. In terms of gear change, the transmission is smooth and always in the right gear at the right moment. On the other hand, I think having pedal shifters in the Carnival is a little excessive, as most drivers would not drive the Carnival like a sports car. During my time with the MPV, I managed to get an impressive 9.3 litre per 100 km of fuel consumption figure considering the size of the vehicle. Continuing with the size of the Carnival, it will be quite outrageous when I say the Carnival is very capable in handling itself through the corners. In actual fact, the Carnival felt planted and the body roll is kept to a minimum when tackling the twisty bits. Thanks to the width of the vehicle plus a rigid chassis, even the soft suspension barely affects the stability of the MPV. Since the suspension is considered soft, it absorbs most of the undulation created by the bumps and road imperfections and makes the Carnival feel like it's riding on a layer of cushion. In order to help the driver in maneuvering such a large vehicle, the Carnival comes with a rather light steering wheel. On twisty roads, the steering wheel does have some weight in it to provide the driver with confidence to drive fast in the corners. In terms of brakes, the brakes are sufficient for day-to-day use, but if any Carnival owners would like to take their family for a trip to Genting Highlands, they must be aware that the brakes on the Carnival might get heated up much quicker than usual due to its braking performance. For the current Kia Carnival, it is fitted with basic driver assistance systems. Hopefully, when the locally assembled model arrives, it will feature more advanced driver assistance systems to make the Carnival even safer. As for now, here are the systems available on the Carnival. In conclusion, the all-new Kia Carnival is a very capable MPV, and I do think that it drives as good as a SUV. Priced at 196,000 ringgit, I think the Carnival is an easy MPV to recommend to those who are looking for a people carrier. If you want to get the Carnival at this price point, you better be quick. Once the locally assembled variant hits the market, expect the price to go up, as it will come as a 7-seater MPV with more luxurious features available. Thanks for watching this review, hope you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you would like to find out more about the new Carnival, head on over to our website carsick.my for more information. See you soon, bye!